And I give credit to UCF. I think they did some really cool things and probably put our defense a little bit on our heels. It's good for us, and I mean that just shows how smart Scott is as a coach and offensive mind. He was able to put us in some compromising positions with our coverages, and so it's good that we saw that because we got to fix it for next time. But hats off to them. After that 14-0 start, I think we went on to control it 41-7. So that was a nice response by the team, and we made some really cool things happen. I'm happy for the seniors more than anything that we were able to get the win for them. But had some really cool things happen in this game. Really want to use it as some momentum going into next week. And now that it's here, we can talk about next week and talk about all that stuff. And I'm excited about the opportunity to play in the playoffs, all that stuff. So play for the conference championship and everything else. And I think we're the next best team to be in 12-0 is 11-1. That's what we are, and losing to the fifth-ranked team in the country. We're looking forward to the rematch, and I know Coach McGuire is going to have his guys ready, and we got to make sure that we use all the time between now and the game next week and get our guys ready to play that game. But we're really excited about the opportunity and to be in this position, and so looking forward to the matchup. But in this game, proud of all the guys and the leadership that we have in our on our team. Even though we had some adversity, the guys didn't lose faith. They just rallied around it and didn't panic. And I like the response. And then, the rest is the rest is what we said, 41-7. And so I'd like to see us start faster next time. But again, UCF, we've been in that position before where you're trying to win your sixth game and extend the season, get bowl eligible. We were in that position a few years ago, So I think we started fast against Oklahoma State, and they had to rally and beat us in the double overtime game. And so, I know that there's a lot of guys there that their season's done, and so a lot of respect to them and their coaches, and they'll be back. I mean, it's been a lot of fun playing in this conference, and so those matchups are never easy. And so, well-coached teams, tough teams, and I think that's going to prepare us. Everything's going to prepare us for this matchup that we have next weekend. So, what questions do you guys have for me?
Kalani, the last time that you guys played for a conference championship game here was when you were a fullback here. What was that experience like, and what can you draw on from that experience to kind of help prepare your guys the right way on Saturday?
Oh, you're testing my memory now and how the guys. You're talking about when I played. There wasn't any. It wasn't even HD, so I don't think you want to look at the film. But no, it was a great moments. It's another game, but it's a game that everything's counting on it. The winner wins the conference, and so we fought hard, and we talked about it. I talked to the team earlier this year, and we set a goal, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but we said we want to be 12-0, and everybody in that room believed we can get it done. And so we said that from the beginning, and we reminded ourselves in August that that's what we wanted to get done. And then we started working on it in January, though. So I appreciate all the hard work from all the seniors and the upperclassmen and the coaches. I mean, I just got to give a lot of credit to the coaches and what they've been able to accomplish. Won a lot of games in the last couple of years, and then played some really tough teams, and so they should be really proud of what they've been able to accomplish. Now that we're here, last year we were kind of feeling sad that we weren't in the championship game, man, and because it came down to a tiebreaker and all that stuff, and so it just felt good to try to just have this game and make sure that we lock it up. And now that we can get back on the redemption trail, trying to get back that game that we didn't do so well in Lubbock, and now it's a neutral site. If you're still in Texas, but it's a neutral site. I think our fans will show up, and it'll be a lot of fun, and have a lot of respect for Texas Tech and their fans and their players and the coaches. So it'll be a great matchup, and looking forward to the game. But I think you already know that they're a quality team that belongs in the playoff. And I told you I wouldn't campaign about it, but I don't know what the other teams are about, because I don't know enough about what they've been able to do. But I feel good about our resume and what we can accomplish. But if we win the game next weekend, then there's no doubt that we belong in the playoffs.
With Chase out, how important was it for Parker to have the game that he did, and Carson Ryan coming up with some big catches as well?
Yeah, and Chase will be back next week. I think we made the right decision. hold him out and be smart with his with his injury, and I think he felt good about the other guys picking up the slack, and with Cody Hagan and with Tiger and the rest of the guys, and JoJo had a good game, and then you mentioned Carson Ryan's been a great receiver for us all season long, and so I just like the way the guys have all bought into what we ask them to do. I mean, whether it's run block or run routes, and they've done everything we asked them to, and they don't complain about it, and the stats come their way, and these guys, I really appreciate them rallying around our true freshman quarterback, and he made some true freshman mistakes, but I think he's pretty accurate, and there's a couple times, I mean, it's kind of hard when you want to tell him, correct him, but he already knows. So it's like it's no fun when you're like, hey, you gotta, I know, throw the ball away. It's like, all right, and I tell him, but you gotta have fun too. You know what I mean? So he's a great. I mean, he's just ultimate professional. The guy wants to work hard, and he's always learning. He's always on the tablet when he's not on the field, and so it's been so fun to see him grow throughout the season and in his true freshman year. But it's also been fun seeing everybody rally around him.
Kalani, do you feel like the fact you clinched last night may have led to some complacency early on in this game?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that feels because we all kind of figured that, once that was set, I think everybody said the championship game is set. We're all human, so, and we've never been in this position before. And I think last year I think going into the week, we're like, hey, just handle what we can handle, win the game, and we're in. And then everyone's telling us, hey, well, you guys are in, congratulations, and you're seeing everybody post stuff about it. It's like, man, I don't know if that was the complacency. I don't think it was complacency. We made mistakes, but Scott put us in some difficult positions, and you can't just think you're going to score every possession on offense. And I mean, we missed the field goal, which is like not Will, but I'm glad that we made a field goal and or made a couple field goals for him, and so I feel good about the 50-yarder that he made, and so there's a lot that goes into it, and you'll never see Will complain about anything else but his kick. But there's a snap in the hole that goes into it too. So all those things we'll try to fix. But I don't know if I can say that it was complacency or if it was what UCF did. Maybe a combination of both. I know that we were sloppy at the beginning, and that's my job as a coach, make sure that we don't show like that. But I don't know if it was the human part of it, like, hey, we're in the championship type deal. Maybe it does. I mean, I can't sit there and say that it didn't, but we're all human.
Any chance that LJ could come back for next season? What advice do you give to players who are kind of in that camp of whether they need to come back or maybe try out the NFL draft? Yeah,
I mean, we're going to do what's best for them, and what's best for them is to make sure that we give them a farewell, then rather than not get it covered. I mean, Chase had the same thing last year. I think Maury did it too, so we just want to make sure that just cover it and make sure that we took care of them. They had a farewell and had a senior game, and then, and I think Chase didn't feel like he had to really do much today because he already got one. But yeah, I think we usually give out blankets, senior blankets or whatever. Yeah, just another chance to get 2 blankets for the guys, I guess. But yeah, with LJ, Keanu, Glasker, all those guys, we want them to look at where they're going to be at the draft and then figure things out, talk to their family. But I'm always going to want what's best for them.
Coach, last night, Coach Sarkisian, after their win, said it would be a disservice to college football to leave Texas out. And not for you to comment on Texas, but why should BYU be considered over teams like those other bubble teams for a spot in the playoffs?
I don't know if it's maybe it needs to get more teams. I have no idea. And the difficulty is that there's teams that are going to be playing in a championship game and others that aren't. Maybe everyone should play a game. Maybe everybody should match up, and those that are. It would have been nice for us last year to play in a game, and even though Iowa State and Arizona State were playing the championship game, I don't think we're against that. So I don't have all the answers, and I can't really speak on the other teams. But there's a lot of really good football teams out there in all the conferences. And so I do like the system that is now because it allows more to play in it rather than when it was, a computer telling us the final 2. And so we're in a much better spot now, but maybe it should expand more. And I don't know if we'll ever get to what basketball is doing, but there's some really cool things that I think, you know, all the smart people like all of you guys will figure it out. And there's like playing games and all that stuff in basketball. I mean, you know, let's look at everybody that does tournaments and see what we can do. I have no idea, but there's great teams all over the place. Sark's a friend of mine, so I know what he's capable of doing as a coach. I can only speak for my team and what we can do. And there's a lot of teams that deserve to play in it, and I think we're one of them.
Last question. Your good friend, Kyle Whittingham, there's a chance, we haven't decided anything yet here, he hasn't, that he's coached his last game. Can you just describe what he's meant to you personally and professionally over the years?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. I mean, you know how much I love Kyle Whittingham and his family, and wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. And so, you know, he's always been a friend, and that's always going to be there. I don't know. I know that, you know, Morgan Scalley's a friend of mine too, so I can't really speak on what they have going on there, but they've had a great year. You know, and they're playing some great football, and, you know, but I don't know what he wants to do. I mean, he's much better at golf now, and I know he's always going to ski, and he's got a couple Harleys that he likes to ride around, but I just can't imagine him not being around football. You know what I mean? So I know that he'll, if he decides that it's time for him to hang it up and you know, hang his whistle up, I know that he's going to do something with football. He just can't help it. But there's people like myself and a lot of guys on our coaching staff that would not be where we're at if it weren't for him. And he's done some amazing things for the you know, for football in this state. I mean, he played for BYU and with his playing days deserves to be in the Hall of Fame and probably one of the few guys that can be in the Hall of Fame at both schools. And if there's anyone that deserves it, it's him.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks for the day game.
Appreciate that.
All right, questions for Bear?
Last year, BYU obviously came up just short of games in the title game. What does it mean to this group to come in and take that next step and have a chance to play for a Big 12 title on Saturday?
Yeah, it means a lot, and especially on senior day, and yeah, I mean, we've worked so hard, and just to see the hard work pay off. But you know, we know we got a big task ahead, and we gotta go attack.
Bear, you're a true freshman. How does it feel to play in the Big 12 championship game?
Yeah, well, we're not there yet, but you know, it feels good, and you know, we just gotta attack practice and just keep going.
Bear, this is the third time you guys have fallen in a 14-0 hole this year. What is it about your ability to rally back and put that behind you and move on and score, 31 unanswered today?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unfortunately we've been there a couple times, and you don't want to be there, but Coach Sitake harps on the law. Is just culture at BYU and just trusting the guy next to you to get their job done, and just comes down to execution.
The first quarter was different than the rest of the game, obviously. Was there something that UCF showed you in the first quarter that was unexpected?
No, not really. I mean, we just, you know, we just weren't playing our best, and yeah, at that point, I think we had like 3 plays and pretty long duration in that first quarter, so it was just kind of slow for us. But yeah, we knew we had to bounce back, and I thought we responded well.
How big was Parker Kingston for you without Chase?
Yeah, he's, I mean, pivotal role in our offense, and to see him step up, yeah, Parker's a dude.
What has Chase Roberts meant to you in your 1 year being here so far at BYU?
He's meant a lot, and he's given me so much confidence and trust in our relationship is just great, and yeah, I can't wait to have him back.
Do you think learning that you're in the championship game before you even took the field had any effect on the start at all?
No, I don't think so. I think we're all pretty mature and grown up, so that didn't affect us.
What was it like watching those seniors and the guys being honored after the game, walking across? You've obviously had to rely on them a lot as you know this season as you've gotten acclimated to your role. What was that like for you?
Yeah, just to see it kind of come to realization, like, this is their last year, and but yeah, it was sad, but also joyful just to see them smiling and to get the win on with the game today. But we got to make this season last even longer for them.
Bear, do you think this team deserves to be in the playoff?
Yeah, I think we deserve to be in the CFP.
Why is that?
I just think we got a great team.
Bear, when you got the starting job and you looked around the talent around you, did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams that this team could go 11-1?
Of course, yeah. I mean, we've got a great team, we've got a great culture, and everybody's bought in, and yeah, I mean, we just got guys that can go, and I'm so proud to be at BYU, and it's been great.
What's it like to have LJ Martin as your backfield partner for your freshman year?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, a veteran. I saw him walking out there at the end, and I was, I want him to come back, but yeah, I mean, he's just another eyes in the backfield, and just having him, and yeah, sometimes he'll alert me on some pressures, and so it's just been great having him.
How good is it for you to get another shot at Texas Tech? It was not your best game of the year, probably your worst game of the year, but are you eager to try it again against those guys?
Yeah, you always want to kind of get your quote-unquote get back, but yeah, we're just going to focus on practice, and we're just going to try and play our game.
Bear, obviously today and the first time around with Texas Tech, a couple other games this season, you guys have had slow starts, gotten in early holes. What do you think you can do differently to kind of reverse that trend, especially going into this next game where there's such big stakes at hand?
Yeah, we just got to start faster.
How did the shoulder feel? You seem to be slinging around today.
Yeah, shoulder's good.
I don't know if you saw, there was a sign from a fan in the game. It was a little kid who said that you were his twin. What's it like to kind of have these kids who look up to you as their kind of athletic hero?
Yeah, he did look like me. So yeah, so that was a pretty reasonable poster. So yeah, but I did see it. Yeah, that was cool, and man, it means a lot, and it's kind of just in the back of your head, like you're playing for something bigger than just yourself.
Is that why you put the Y up, because you saw the post?
I did see. Yeah, it was a 2 minute, and yeah, I wasn't gonna do anything, but I don't know. I just did it, whatever. So yeah.
All right.
When you talk about playing for something bigger, is that part of being at BYU, in your opinion, like this experience so far, what does that mean to you?
Of course, yeah. I mean, Coach Kalani's always harping on you're not just playing for yourself. I mean, that's the mission statement at BYU is service to others and family and just serving others. And when we do True Blue Heroes on Wednesday and et cetera, that's just what BYU is, and that's the culture. And again, I'm so proud to be here.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bear.
Doesn't matter which one?
Questions for Evan?
Walk us through the interception.
Yeah, they just ran Philly. That's like the reverse pass, and I took a little angle at the quarterback or at the receiver for a second, and then that was just a feel thing. I feel like that's just years growing up playing football. I kind of felt that it was coming, the pass was coming, and then I just jumped it. I wish I stayed up. I'll be a better athlete next time.
Evan, what was said in the huddle after that 14-0 deficit? Did you guys just make a resolution to shut them down the rest of the way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we weren't really worried. I know we trust in our defense a lot, and the coaches, the game plan, all the scheme, all the little things. So I feel like even when we went down, we've been down before, so it wasn't like something we're not used to. I mean, I wish we weren't used to it, but it was something we knew we could come back to from and just make plays and then just get the offense good field position and go score and keep them out the end zone.
Even though the offense ultimately didn't get points off of your interception, do you feel like it kind of flipped the switch anyway in terms of momentum? Because second quarter, first quarter they gained 142 yards, scored twice. Second quarter they had 16 total yards.
Yeah. I don't really feel like it was it lit a fire under us. I feel like we already had that. It's just I don't know. We just came out and just made plays, whether I was the one to make it, whether it was a sack. I don't really think that would have mattered. It was just we were ready to go out there and just show them what our defense is about.
Evan, several significant parts of this defense receiving senior blankets. What are your thoughts on the senior class, and which one of those guys maybe impacts you the most?
Yeah, I mean, I have a close relationship with every one of those senior guys. Those guys have really just, taught us a lot. They've been great mentors, captains, all those things. Everything they brought to this team, we're going to carry it on to the next years and just continue to get better. I feel like a senior I've been close to, there's two I said, actually, I really can't name one. There's a couple that come to mind, but Jaden Dunlap, Maury, those guys are in my room. So, both those guys, we know that they have the talent to go out there and play. So it's just, sad to see them go, but, it's a good thing we got more games coming, so we get to play those with them, and then, yeah.
Evan, what are your thoughts on getting another shot at Texas Tech? And win or lose, is this a playoff team?
Yes, I'm excited. Get to go out there and, kind of get that rematch that we wanted. So go out there and make plays. I feel like we're definitely going to come out with a little more feel. I'm excited, though. I'm just grateful, that we get to be in this opportunity to have this chance. So I feel like we just got to make the best out of it and go make plays, and then we'll see how the game goes.
Evan, you've seen this program every step of the way in the Big 12. What do you attribute as the biggest reason why you guys are now one game away from winning a Big 12 title after starting off where it was tough times early on in this league?
Yeah, I would just say our culture, I feel like over the last 2 years, people have really bought into the culture and bought into what we want to do and what we need to do to get there. That's been the main thing for us, people just, we all want to win. Everyone wants to win, and you can see that in the way we practice now and the way we lift and all those little things. So I feel like just our culture has really helped us succeed, and I feel like you can definitely expect to see that in the future too.
And what's the strength of this defense heading into the postseason, you think?
Everything. I feel like we have a great front, we have a great secondary, our backers are tough, the ends are getting home, so I feel like, we have just a great defense that I can trust anybody who's on the field.
Evan, the first two drives for UCF resulted in touchdowns. What was the difference between those, the first quarter and the rest of the game for you?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I really don't.
Was there anything you saw that you didn't expect?
No. Just execute.
Why, in your opinion, should Kalani be, a candidate for Coach of the Year?
Is the sky blue? I said this once. I gotta say it again. Yes. The best coach in the nation. That's all I gotta say.
When you talk about culture, what is that culture to you? The culture of the team?
Just doing the little things. Whether that's day before the game, showing up to team unity. Going out to dinner with the position groups. All those little things. All those little things that are gonna help you become a championship team. There's a lot of teams. Who may not be doing that, and you can kind of see that in the record, but when you come into our locker room, our facilities, you'll see that culture, just the little things, the aspects, whether that's throwing tape in the garbage, keeping the locker room clean, all that little stuff, it plays into account. So I feel like we've really bought in that and really trusted the process with the little things, and that's helped us succeed on the bigger stages.
How big is Gennaro go?
Last question.
How big is Gennaro go for being in your development in your time?
I mean, he's everything in my development, I always say this, but for him to trust me to come out here and no offers and just trusting a young freshman from Monterey, and develop him and then, kind of get to where I'm at now, it's been everything, so.
All right, thanks, Evan.
Yep.
It was hot in here.
Well, you have to ask him because we have to push the propaganda for them to
try and get that.
100%. We have to post it.
LJ, you guys fell in another 14-0 hole, but is it that same confidence in the offense that you were going to eventually get it going and get that lead?
Yeah, we had a couple hiccups that first drive, and then we got it going that second drive, so we weren't too worried. We knew the defense was going to pick it up, and they were going to ball out, and they did. They got us good field position, and we were able to score.
LJ, what led to you wanting to be honored tonight for senior day?
Yeah, just the feedback I've gotten, it was just suggested, so.
Feedback from like NFL scouts or coaches?
From coaches and stuff, so,
coaches.
yeah.
Jack, could you imagine a better senior game? I think you had 2.5 tackles for loss, a sack, a forced fumble.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. It was a great game for the offense, defense, and special teams. It was a great team win, and I think we all did our job, and we got the outcome that we wanted.
Jack, what does it mean to be able to play in a Big 12 championship game?
I mean, that's a goal for all of us here, right? So it's a huge honor and a blessing for us. We're excited for it and ready to prep for it.
LJ, did you think this was a Big 12 championship team at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had that confidence. I believed in the guys from the very beginning. I mean, I wouldn't be out there if I didn't.
LJ, you had a good run game this game, but when it comes to the Texas Tech defensive line, how are you going to face them in the Big 12 championship? What are you going to do to prepare for that?
Probably just watch film and see how they play the run.
Jack, how big of a deal was Schnepp's pick there? I mean, it didn't end up leading to points, but it felt like a lot kind of turned just defensively. You guys sort of came out with maybe a little bit bigger step.
Yeah, Shmev always makes big plays in big moments, so that was definitely a momentum shifter, and I think that was a great turn for our defense, knowing that if we just do our job, those plays are going to come to us, and we just have to execute when they're there.
What attributed the slow start for the defense, in your opinion?
I think just being excited and trying to make plays rather than letting the plays come to us. We were kind of doing too much outside of our job rather than just doing our jobs.
So either one of you guys, is this a playoff team?
Say that again?
This is a playoff team. You guys playoff caliber.
I mean, we think so. We believed it from the beginning, so I think so.
Yeah, I believe so too. I mean, we just gotta go out there and prove it, keep on proving it like we have been trying to, and yeah.
LJ, you've done it throughout your career, but particularly these last 2 games, you seem to be a lot better at the end of the game. Yeah, closing really strong. What do you attribute that to, being at your best at the end of the game?
Just going to the off-season workouts, so just working through it and just being prepared for these moments.
LJ, how big was it that Parker had the game that he had with Chase on the sideline?
Yeah, I mean, it was really big for us, to get other people involved in the passing game and for him to go off like he did. I mean, it was really nice.
Jack, what lessons were learned from that Texas Tech loss earlier this month? And since that game, you guys have had 3 double-digit wins since then. So what lessons were learned from that game?
If we want to beat a good team like that, we're really going to have to be precise and make as little mistakes as possible. I think we let some little things slip in that game, and those were ultimately what allowed them to get touchdowns, points. So we can't have those little mistakes. We just got to be on our A game. We got to come prepared, and I think that'll give us our best opportunity.
Any other questions for these two?
LJ, you had over 1,100 rushing yards this season. Is that something that you pay attention to, or are you just focused on the wins and losses?
No, I'm more focused on wins and losses. I mean, I just want to make the most I can with my opportunities that I'm given, and I'm just glad with that being done. And I think it's just a cool stat for the O-line, just to, show that they were moving guys, getting the job done. So, yeah.
Jack, your last home game here at BYU, what's this experience? I mean, I don't know if you ever envisioned being at BYU, but now that it's come to an end, the regular season portion, just what has it meant to you?
Yeah, it's meant everything. I wish I could have been here for 4 years. Just the guys that the coaches bring in, the coaches, everyone around us, the people I've met, it's been awesome. Definitely an emotional one being my last one in here, but I'm thankful for every moment I've had and the brotherhood and the bonds that I've built here at BYU.
Might not be the last one here.
I hope not.
Last regular season.
Yes, right.
All right, any other questions for
LJ,
these
just
guys?
how excited are you from an offensive perspective to get another crack at Texas Tech after going down there and going back to Texas, getting another shot at it?
We're pretty excited. I mean, we felt like it wasn't our best showing, so to be able to go back out there and try to compete again and do our best, we feel like, yeah, it's going to be a great opportunity, and we need to go out there and be prepared.
All right, thank you.
Jack reminding us, might not be the last one.
I know.
Shows up.